So you are in diaspora. You want to come back home to Africa, or you want to come back home to Malawi. I would say, congratulations. I know the question is now, so what do I do when I come back to Africa? How do I succeed? We simply invent. That's what we do here at Block 929. Our company is called Gizmo Machines. We are making machines here in Malawi. We have been making machines in the construction industry. Now we are just venturing into the farming community. We are going to start manufacturing machines for them. We want to produce machines that will help our farmers to be able to do their job in the fields without any problem. Here in Malawi, our farmers are using hoes. Actually, Malawi having being an economy that is surviving out of farming. Imagine our farmers, they use the hoe. So imagine if we can mechanize our farming methods. So my company is now getting focused. We are geared to solve all the challenges that our farmers are facing. Can you believe it? So today I want to talk about our friends from diaspora. If you are in diaspora, a continental African, you've been living in diaspora for more than 10 years, 20 years. I know you are not the same. The way you think, the way you do your things is not the African way anymore. You have lived amongst people who say, when they say, I'm going to meet you tomorrow at 10 o'clock, they pitch. When they say, I borrowed your money and I'm going to give you tomorrow in the afternoon at 1 o'clock, and they do so. But when you come to Africa, I'm telling you, it's a different story. Now, this is why when you come to Africa, you fail. So if you have lived outside Africa, more especially outside Malawi, and you want to come back after 10 years or 20 years, you want to start a business, be aware, because when you come here, you will fail. So in this video, I want to show you why you are going to fail. And I also want to, from that, you can learn how you can succeed. So let's get started. The final compaction. Okay, now we want to move the wheelbarrow this side. We want to pull out the block to see if it has made a block. Remember, we didn't mix any cement to the... Can you push it? Wow. There's no cement at all. Yeah, here is the block now. No cement. Just dust. Now you can see it's actually a very strong block. Now, so it means that if we had to mix with cement, it would be much, much stronger. So there you go, Malawi and Africa. We at Block 929, Gizmo Machines, we have made a manual machine. Now you don't have to worry about fuel. You don't have to worry about maintenance of the engine. You just get the machine that was made by ourselves. It's going to have 5 years guarantee. So when you buy this machine for 5 years, you forget. Yeah, so thank you very much. I'm doing this video because I know that there's plenty of young men and women who are in diaspora who grew up together with me in those days. They have been living outside Malawi for quite a long time. And today I know they're always thinking, I want to go back home to Malawi. Where do I start? The question is, are you going to succeed when you come to Malawi? You have learned how to do things the other way. You have learned how not to do the business as usual way. So you want to come to Malawi and start a business. But now you're hearing Ted saying to you, you're going to fail. So what's this thing about failing that Ted is talking about? You know what? When you come here, the biggest challenges you're going to have is to find the right team to work with you. I know you've worked there in the West, whether it's in South Africa or in the West. Um, you know that when you look after the people that are working for you, they will perform very well. They will perform wonders, and they actually give you good outcomes for your job. But it's different when you do that here in Malawi. When you come here, you look after your people, they're going to think that you are actually appeasing them. They're not going to see your good treatment that you're giving them as good treatment. They're going to look at it as if you are appeasing them. You are treating them well, you are paying them well because you don't want to lose them. That's how they're going to look at it. And this is going to pose a lot of problems. And also, when you come here to Malawi, you want to start small. So you will build yourself a small team to work with you. But as time goes along, your business starts growing bigger. Now you want to add more people. Your team is not going to be happy to see new people coming into the team. They don't realize that the company has to grow, and when the company grows, new people are going to come into the company. They will not be happy with it. So it will cause a lot of conflicts. And sometimes you will employ somebody, one individual, that is going to come in there, maybe he's jealous of your business, or maybe he's a lazy guy. What he's going to do is to manipulate your team. And you find that one individual is going to mess up the whole team. And you wonder, what is going on? And I'm saying this because my wife was having a chat with one of her friends who's a Malawian who lived outside Malawi for a long time. She's come back here in Malawi, started a business. Now she's getting a lot of frustrations. And my wife was telling me about this frustration this lady is facing. Then I said, I need to do a video for this. If you are a Malawian or any continental Africa, living outside Africa, and you want to come back here to Africa, or you want to come back here to Malawi, you have to listen to this video. You have to watch this video. Watch it over and over and over. The biggest secret I can share with you is when you come back and you arrive here in Malawi, spend 1 year to understand how we Malawians who are in Malawi already are thinking. We don't think like you. We think differently from the way you think. You know, when you see good, we see bad. When you see opportunity, we see challenges. You know, sometimes we don't understand when good things happen to us. We get so confused. So you think when you come here, let me look after my team, let me take care of them, and because of doing that, they're going to perform well. But you know what? They don't understand that. We don't understand that. We are thinking now, why is this person treating us so well like this? When we have never been treated so well in our lives before. So we get confused. And now we think, no, you are doing it because you know that you cannot afford to lose us. And sometimes then we start becoming very arrogant. And also, as in a general way, we are jealous people. So we are jealous of you. We want to put you down. You know what is happening? We don't want to go up with you. We want you to come down to our level. That's what happens here. Wherever you are, when people see somebody succeeding, they always ask themselves questions. How is this person doing it? How did he end up where he is? Because I also want to be there, but not here. We don't do it like that. We say, we want you to come down because why are you there while we are here? That's how we look at things. You know? So you're thinking, okay, when I go there, I'm going to try to look after my customers, take care of them, and you give them warranty, give them guarantee. And you know what? Some of them do not understand that you are doing the guarantees and warranties to look after your customers. They're going to think, no, let's take advantage of it. So you make a product for them and you give it to them so that you tell them it's 5 years guarantee. They will not look after the product because they know whenever the product has got a problem, it's your duty to fix it. Now you struggle. Then you wonder because in the West, when you buy something and it's got a guarantee, it means you still have to look after it. You have to take care of the product. But when you are facing problems, you can now go to the supplier or somebody who sold you the product and say, I'm facing these problems. And then they will help you to fix it. But here we don't look at it like that. Guarantee means you are challenging me that when this thing is broken, you are going to be responsible for it. So why should I look after the product? I don't have to care for it so that when there's a problem, you will always be there to look after the product. So you can see there's a lot of challenges when you come back home. But now, are you going to fail? I say no, you can succeed. The only way to succeed is to understand. And then you wonder yourself, so when I go back home, who should I employ? Because here in the West, I know you have to look for educated people. Because educated people are qualified. They know what to do. They know how to do the things. But when you come here, you find that you will struggle. Why? Because the most difficult people to work with on the continent of Africa are educated people. Because number one, they don't want to learn something new. So if you bring some ideas and those ideas are not part of what they learned in school, they're not going to embrace those ideas. They're going to say, this is not what I know, this is not what I learned. And then you're going to enforce those ideas. So what do? They do it while you are there. But when you're gone, they do their own thing. Now you wonder, why am I struggling all the time? And another thing is, people have the mentality that when you are succeeding, when your company is growing, it is because of them that your company is growing. So they become jealous. They become envious. They want to pull you down. So I know the question is now, Ted, so what do I do when I come back to Africa? How do I succeed? Me, I'm always saying, you need to seek first to understand so that you can be understood. Because I always say, you cannot come to a place and change people. Because how do you change the people? How do you come to Malawi or to whatever country in Africa and change the people, change the mentality of the people? It's impossible. The only way to do it is to understand, and then you can change yourself to adapt to that situation. Because once you start acting and doing things with understanding, it becomes very, very easy. And this is what I've learned so far in my time when I've been doing business. And up to now, I still don't understand some of the things. I still find it very difficult to maintain some of the people that I'm working with, because the thinking capability is actually misplaced. It becomes very, very frustrating. So when you're coming back to Malawi, you have to be prepared that you are going to face a lot of challenges. But the main thing that you should be doing is to understand. You need to accept that people are different. You need to accept that you have come with a new way of thinking, a new way of seeing things, and your way of seeing things is not going to be able to marry with the way of people see things on the continent. So it's up to you to actually be flexible enough to actually understand why people behave that way, and then see how you can fit in so that you can get along. I'm not saying you must become like them. I'm not saying you must change and now start looking at things in the way that the people will be looking. I'm saying you must adapt yourself to fit in while you're still performing and doing things the way you have learned over these years. Don't change all the things that you've learned. Embrace them and keep hold on to them, because that's the lifeline that you have. Like for me, what I learned while I was in South Africa is the lifeline that I have. I will never release it and let it go. I will keep on holding it for as long as I'm going to live. I will treat my customers very good. I will treat my workers very well, but I will do it with understanding that whatever I'm going to do is going to be misunderstood. You must always remember that. Whatever you're going to do is going to be misunderstood. So you are in diaspora. You want to come back home to Africa, or you want to come back home to Malawi. I would say congratulations for thinking or doing the right thing, because this is the time that you should be coming here in Africa, because things are now turning around. Africa is rising. Africa is no longer going to be the same. And Africa is now actually exposing its opportunities. So Africa needs you to come here, because you have got the key to actually show us continental Africans that this is the way we do things, and this is the way we solve our challenges. So don't be afraid, but when you come here, spend 1 year to understand how things work. Thank you.